I have rode every single bike imaginable, BMX, road, fixie, you name it. This actually wasn't something I chose, it was handed down to me. My granddad cycled, my mum cycled, my dad cycled, and every so often my little brother still tries to cycle. The biggest cycling event in the world is probably the Tour de France. Watching the Tour de France is like getting a front row seat at the hardest race on earth. You see the riders suffer, attack, collapse and then rise again, all across the most breathtaking roads in Europe. Every stage tells a story of pain, strategy and survival. It's not just a bike race, it's a theatre on wheels. And this week I'm heading to the Tour de France, but I'm not alone. I'm with Grant Ritchie. Good morning, Grant.
Morning, Ben.
It's a lot of stuff you have.
Listen, I like to bring kit. I can
see that.
This is all camera equipment, which I probably won't use, but it's nice to have the option. The issue that we've got is the weather is quite mixed. And so I've got a mixture of like hot weather clothing and cold weather clothing. I'm making excuses. I've got too much stuff.
I've just got one rucksack and I might have to put my cycling shoes in Grant's bag, but he doesn't know that yet. Grant Ritchie isn't just a cyclist, he's a storyteller. Through his YouTube videos, he breaks down the sport so anyone can understand it. From gear tips to epic travel vlogs, he's out there showing that cycling isn't just for pros, it's for everyone. And he makes you want to jump on your bike. I've been riding bikes for years, but I only got into watching the Tour de France about 3 years ago. It's funny, cycling and the Tour seems like they would go hand in hand, but they don't always. I enjoy playing football, but I never watch it. Morning, can I get a flat white please? Yeah. I used to think it was just a blur of lycra on long days on TV, but once you give it a chance, you see the tactics, the suffering and the beauty in the race. I am now hooked. It's actually pretty common that riding bikes doesn't always mean that you're into racing.
These are the best crisps. Whenever I come to France, I literally take as many packets.
Are they mustard?
Yeah.
I don't like mustard.
The pesto ones are really good, but I can't see them.
Let's go for peri peri. Most people know SKODA as a car brand, but it actually started with bikes. Back in 1895, two guys began building bicycles. They were passionate about two wheels before four. As the company grew, they moved into motorcycles and eventually cars, but they never really left cycling behind. That's why SKODA sponsors the Tour de France today. It's a nod to where they came from. SKODA has given me an all-access areas VIP pass. I'm not just here to watch the tour, I'm here to chase it from every angle. 8 AM ride out and I'm riding with Andy Schleck. I mean, this guy stood on the podium in Paris, wore the yellow jersey and won the Tour de France. And now he's here with us casually riding up a mountain at 8 AM. So today I'm going to get my first experience of the Tour de France. What's your experience of it?
I've been here since stage one, doing this every morning and then driving guests during every stage. So and now every morning we get to ride a bike, so best way to spend July, to be honest.
And you're not just a driver, are you? You've rode bikes a little bit.
I was professional for 13 years and I was national road race champion of Britain, riding for Rally Banana.
How did you get into working for SKODA and driving the course?
Because I speak quite a few languages, somebody at SKODA asked me if I'd like to drive for them, and started in 2007 with this programme.
And it keeps you in the sport?
Keeps you in the sport, it keeps you fit because we have to go out every morning, so it means we have to go cycling at home before we come here, so
to get ready.
So I could give an interview at the top of Val Thorens, which is about the highest place in France, I feels like.
I'm sorry.
No, I'm joking.
Morning, Ben.
It's we're saying good morning because you dropped me and went off with the pros, didn't you?
Well, Toby was like, oh, I'm just going to do a bit of a squeeze. I was like, alright. I'll see how long I can stay on your wheel for. Honestly, it was 20 seconds. He dropped me and went out of the saddle and just turned up another gear. So, and then I was just in no man's land.
You excited today?
Mate,
It's going to be insane, isn't it?
I can't even explain. Like, already, we've not even seen any racing, and already this experience has been so good. My boy, Oscar Onley, is going to take the white jersey.
Well worth getting up early this morning. A little early bird ride with the SKODA team, Grant and a few others, and I'm so out of breath. It's the thin air.
You want me to do your voiceover, please?
How long is it going to take us to get to the start?
You're about to find out. First of all, what they need to know is the stage has been cut down to 94 kilometres because there's been some foot and mouth located, so we have to avoid one of the climbs. But this is so that's what every day is the book that everybody gets. We call it the Bible for each race. So every day it's got every single thing of information you need. So we're going to start in Albertville, and we're here at the moment. And we're going to the Alps over second category, first category, second, and the HC is horse category, which means outside category because it's so hard. They don't have any classification for it. And again, so we've got 2 HC climbs.
So how early do you get this book before the tour?
So the teams get it a month before, we get it when we arrive at the tour. Because basically, when you're on a race like this, you have to live day by day. It's not, if you're a rider, obviously you have to prepare for the stage that you know what you're doing, but
sure,
from our point of view, we have to do it day by day.
Yeah.
In France on top there, then along downhill to Bourg-Strand, Maurice Lézard, and then up to Haute-Clam. Jesus Christ. So it's not time today's stage will finish.
Somehow my pass has got me right into the riders' area. I'm standing here whilst they warm up, sign autographs and chat to everyone. These are guys that I've watched on TV, climbing mountains, crashing, winning stages, and now I'm meters away from them, pretending I belong. Honestly, I've got total imposter syndrome. Like, how did I end up here? Here in the Tour de France village, it is 1:30 in the afternoon. I've had some beautiful lunch provided by SKODA, and now I'm told that we're off for a little bit of a surprise.
I literally cannot get over this. This is insane. Like, up until this point, my highlight of the year was watching the Tour de France highlights on my couch on ITV4.
You're excited?
I'm so excited.
Do you want to tell my audience where we're off to and the build up to this part of the trip?
Yeah. Okay, so we're on stage 19. This is the last mountain stage of the tour, and it has been shortened a little bit because of some issues, and it is going to be the hardest race stage of the entire tour because it's short, it's punchy, there's like 3 mountains, and really the big battle of today is the white jersey and the 3rd place on the podium. And so Oscar Onley, fellow Scot, is battling it out with Lipovitz, and we don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be the most exciting part of the race. But honestly, it's just going to be full gas from zero.
I'm standing on the side of the road and I'm about to get in a helicopter to skip the traffic and be dropped off ahead of the peloton. I mean, what even is this day at this point? The blades are spinning, the ground's shaking, and suddenly we're lifting off, floating across the French countryside, chasing the Tour de France in the sky. You see the race from a totally different perspective from up here. The twisting roads, the crowd-packed streets, the scale of it all, it's so unreal. Wowee, that was absolutely incredible. The views, unfortunately we didn't fly over the peloton, but the most VIP experience I have ever had in my whole life. Just incredible. To think that a year ago when I set up this channel that I'd be flying over the Tour de France in a helicopter. If you'd have told me that as a VIP guest at the Tour de France, no words, no words. Thank you very, very much, Skoda, for this amazing opportunity. Grant?
Yes, Ben.
We just went on a helicopter.
I think this is going to be one of these videos where I'm going to have to sit down later and talk through the day, because I've not internally processed it, never mind trying to communicate to people in a video. It's mad.
This is absolutely insane. We're making our way up the mountain with the riders. I've got a very, very excited Grant Ritchie in the front seat.
Lee, that's Walt Van Aert. That's Walt Van Aert.
We've just started the descent, we've come over the top of the climb, and our driver said, hold on tight, boys. He wasn't joking. He was not joking.
Basically, where we're at is the yellow jersey group has got all of the big contenders in it, and there is one single rider up the road, Primož Roglic. But Roglic is only 10 seconds up the road, and so they're definitely going to catch him. And so it looks like it's going to be the yellow jersey group, the main peloton, they're going to hit this last climb all together, and it's going to be absolute chaos.
Making our way up the final climb, I'm going to hand you over to our sports commentator, Grant.
Well, okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have got drama on the final climb. We have got Ardsman out on the front. He's managed to get a gap off of Pog and Vingegaard. Who knows how that's happened? But the main group of contenders is Jonas, is Tadej, we've got Oscar Onley, and we've got Lipovic. And so basically, what I want to happen is for Lipovic to get dropped and for Oscar Onley to stay with the leading two. But they've got 5Ks left to go, and someone's going to have to make a big attack now. But we're about 10Ks to go, so 5K behind them on the road, and there's a lot of riders out here struggling. The conditions are not good. That's a little bit of an update. We'll check in near the top of the finish, but what a day it's been.
Grant Ritchie has got his own channel. If that's not worth a follow, I don't know what is. He's holding my video up today.
This is a SKODA Superb. This is one of our largest family cars. It's won multiple awards over 7 or 8 years, so yeah, it's definitely the right car for the race.
Well, it's a deflated sports presenter, I have to say, because we've heard the news that Oscar Onley was dropped by Lipovic, and so no podium for Oscar, no white jersey for Oscar. We're actually a little bit confused as to what's happened at the front of the race, but we think that Ardsman has gone through on at first, which is mad. And then we think that Jonas has out-sprinted Pogačar to the finish. And so we're going to have to do a proper debrief on this. You've probably already watched it at this point, and so my sports commentary is probably not that helpful. But let's just say that it's been a chaotic day. And if you've not watched the highlights to stage 19, then you probably should.
A fantastic day coming to an end. It really was raining now. We got to the finish line, and my plan was to try and be quite cheeky and use my VIP pass one last time to see my good friend Lawrence Carpenter, who's currently working on the tour. Unfortunately, I couldn't meet Lawrence, but in true VIP style, we had blue flashing lights escort us off the mountain, past all the spectators so we didn't get caught in traffic. Incredible. From helicopter rides to paddocks to beautiful food and great coffee, I'm sure you're wondering how much something like this cost. Now, a few weeks ago, the owner of SKODA was sitting in the exact same seat that I was sitting in today, because he actually hasn't ever experienced a tour in this way before, and it's his company. Sitting here today, I can tell you that it's absolutely priceless. It's not even for sale. I've done something that you can't buy. The VIP package that I've been on today is actually invite only by SKODA. So once again, all I can say is thank you so much. A massive thank you to Grant Ritchie for taking the reins today in the sports commentary. He's followed cycling and racing for a lot longer than I have, and I'm not going to sit there and pretend that I know all about it, so it was much easier just to give him the camera and let the passion come down the lens. I'll leave a link in the description below for his channel. I said this was a quick trip, but it's super quick for me. I've now got to go to Geneva Airport and I'm flying straight to Mallorca. So, as always, I'm going to leave this video here. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see everyone in sunnier climates.